Hey, Laura, it is so good to have you here. Laura was one of our previous Weight Loss for Life members, and she's actually now a part of our team. And it's just incredible to have you here to share more about your experience. And I think it's like really helpful because it's one thing for me to talk about it and to read testimonials, but to actually hear from somebody that's been there, that did the program, and just where they were before. Because this was not, you were a hell yes.
I was, yeah.
You were, but
There was a lot of fear. There were a lot of, second guesses and negative voices, but I knew that it needed to be a hell yes. So yes, that's
well, so I wanted to ask you, because you weren't, I say you were a hell yes, but it wasn't until we really spoke. So there
yes.
was something where you had an inkling. So can you share with everybody just where you were before the program? And what was really, like, just starting off with where you were before the program and what got you interested in wanting to do Weight Loss for Life?
Sure. So this has been my entire life. So I come to the program from a different place than a lot of the women that I met could remember a time where they did feel comfortable or confident in their own bodies, but through the course of life and being crazy super women, we lose touch with that. The
Yep.
problem for me is that I can't remember a time where I was happy or comfortable or confident or any of those things. It has been my entire existence sort of hiding. And I just repeated a lot of, just really detrimental cycles that I just couldn't get myself out of, where I realized at one point in my life that I wanted to lose the weight and I was capable of that. So I did a lot of research. Being a very intelligent person, I found all the things you need to know about diets and all the different kinds of exercises. And I tried all of them, and I would get throughout my 20s, a sort of a result, and then I would fall off the horse. And I couldn't understand why I had all of this information, even though I didn't come from, a healthy family or background. I had accumulated everything I needed to know, but
Yep.
I just couldn't get happy. I couldn't get to that place where I was, even when everybody that I loved kept telling me how great I looked and you can stop, I couldn't stop. I would go to the gym until I hurt my body. I would, starve myself as close as I could to still have energy to get through all the things I had committed to, because I'm so high functioning. And this was this little secret that I kept. And I
Yeah.
was just never present. I was never present, and I was never fully in my body. And it was just a dark place to be, with a lot of self-sabotaging and a lot of guilt and a lot of, blaming myself for all kinds of things. And yeah, I just couldn't figure out how to break that cycle. And then I found you.
And then you found me. I was the answer to it all.
Yeah.
And so what was it about Weight Loss for Life that got you interested and got you to that place where you said, like, this is it for me?
Yeah, this is different. I knew after, so I found you through Done with Dieting. Somehow, I think someone else some other fitness guru that I had followed the workouts of knew you, and, posted something about this webinar you were doing, and it was, free. So why not? It can't hurt to listen. And that's when I started to hear how different your message was, and that it wasn't about the food. And at some point I had even read that. I knew it wasn't, the food. It was the portion control and the emotional attachment to it. But I still had no idea on how to deal with that emotional attachment. And that's what you brought to me. That's what you brought to the table, is we're going to go back and we're going to heal that. And until you do that, of course, you're never going to feel like you've attained the results that you're killing yourself for. And that just made so much sense, that I understood that there was food and nutrition, and there was exercise and moving your body, but I was completely unaware that there was all of this emotional, spiritual, all the woo, if you will, that I would have totally dismissed before. Came from such a family. Like, you could be me talking about me and showing me that I could be where I wanted to be. And you just introduced this whole new level to it that nobody else was talking about, nobody else was dealing with. And that's when I believed that this was going to be the difference maker. And it has been.